beauties, thank you guys so much of course for keeping it beautifully flawed. It's your girl RB back with this one for you. Now this look was really about flowers, purple, futuristic, also summer. If you want to see how I accomplished this look, not a problem, just go ahead and stick around. And for those who are new to the family, welcome to the beautiful gang. Guys, I want to send you straight on in, but before I say so, I just want to remind you, keep on being your own beautiful. Of course, rock your flaws and keep on being your own cheerleader. So until we meet again, straight on.
Hey guys, so to accomplish this floating shadow, first you want to make sure you don't have to use this brush, but you want to go ahead and you want to shape out the flow of the shadow using your very first color, and then you progress using your other shades and follow with your other shades like the first one that you laid down. This is the same brush but on a smaller scale, and I'm using this brush to basically get a better blend, a smoother blend, and also to pack the shades more. So smoother blend, and of course I want to get it darker. I'm using a pink, I'm using an angled, guys, that's my baby. I'm using an angled, so I'm sorry about my voice, using an angled shaded brush. I'm just resting that on top of the purple and I'm just blending them. Of course they'll be blended into each other, but not a problem. Or we can go in and we'll have that taken care of. We just want to make sure the purple is blended out smoothly, as well as also to get that pink showing up. You won't stop until you see the blend that you're looking for. Now, of course, whilst you applied your pink, of course, it would have gotten onto your purple, not a problem. Just go back into the first shade and you can reapply. And this is to make sure you're not losing anything. So if you think you're losing your first shade, which would have been your purple in this instant, you can go back. And of course, I'll be going back and forth between both pink and purple until I'm still seeing both blended into each other perfectly. And I'm just adding some yellow on top of that pink. And this, I always like how a pink and a yellow looks. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm just adding the yellow, but I'm going back into the pink. In this case, as I'd said before, this is really to make sure I don't lose any of my shades and I keep them intensified, but still blended. Now, this is some black that I took from my palette, from my James Charles palette to be precise, and I just use it to intensify the crease, but not to worry. I'm not losing my purple as I'm going directly atop that black, and I'm just using the purple first shade that I laid down to blend it. So there's going to be like a darker purple. So instead of it looking black, it's going to look more of a darker shade of purple, very, very dark shade of purple. So after cleaning your lids, because I did clean my lids because I'm laying down white, what you want to do is take your time and carve out your cup crease. So in this case, I'm taking my time and I'm going to be building it up as you'd seen. I took my time and I'm still going higher because it can still go higher. It's best not to go too high. It's best to start very low and then you build on up. Now, because of the look I want an intense cut crease, and so I took a small angled brush and I'm going back in and I'm using the black here first, and I'm just using it to get it looking more intense. So you can always use that trick for an intense cut crease. You can use an angled brush and go back in with a dark shade. Alright, to blend out that black, and again we don't want to lose our purple, I'm going on top of that black using a small brush, and I'm just blending that purple because, as I said, I don't want to lose anything. And of course there would have been some spills onto the lid. Not a problem, you don't have to worry about that. What you need to do is you just need to go back in with your concealer brush and clean up what was what came over onto the lid. Okay, so I'm now using a white shadow to set my base. I'm not using anything else on this lid because of the look I'm going for. So just a white shadow to set the base. Alright guys, so if you have problems like myself drawing, because I'm not good at it anymore, I'm using my brush to make petals. Again, if you're not good at drawing like myself, you can use this. I thought it was very helpful, so I just used my brush to give an imprint of how a flower leaf or flower petal rather should look. Of course, now I'm using my shadow, my small brush, and I'm just outlining the edges of those petals in a pink. It was the same pink that I'd used before in my crease area, and I'm just using this now to just outline and start coloring the flower that I made, you'd say. So because it's a flower, I'm trying to get that little the center. So I used the P. Louise base, the orange one, and I laid it down, and then I used some shadow to set it. And now I'm going in with some yellow as the inner color of the petals. What am I saying? Petal leaves, petals. Okay, so I'm just intensifying the shade. I always use that word. Oh, I need to upgrade my vocabulary. But I was just brightening the outer portion of that floating wing, and I used some, what was it? The LA color, the LA girl rather, eye primer. Is that stick? And I used it on my waterline, and I'm just using the same pink to get some shade, some color onto my waterline. And yes, this is me jumping on in my foundation routine. I won't say much here because the focus is not on my face but actually on my eyes. Okay, so because I wanted to give this look a bit more highlight, I used my concealer there to sharpen the that floating part of the shadow, and I'm going to show you what I will be doing to it, and the reason why I decided to do it. Okay, so this is the reason I laid on that concealer. So I'm using a nude shade here to set the concealer first, and then I'm gonna later on move into using like a shimmery white, sort of shimmery eyeshadow to basically give it something a little more depth, you know, separate the mattes from the shimmers. And so yes, I'll be going underneath my eyes. Guys, my camera is not what it was before. I don't know why. If you know, please somebody let me know, because I've been using this since I've started my channel. It is a Samsung phone. It's not a flagship, but it has not failed me. But yes, so I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. For the second video, I'm not liking the lighting, but my apologies. But it's not about my face, because I know it's not showing anything that I'm doing. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much again, of course, for your support, and keep on being beautiful. Bye.